Are you just beginning out with reading, but you're so intimidated by the books, the language, that you just don't feel like reading anymore? If that's your case, I have a solution for you today. Hi guys, I'm Manpreet and I make book related videos on this channel. If you like books, make sure you subscribe and follow me on my social media. Today's video is my book suggestions for beginners. Basically, I have three things which I have kept in mind while picking up these books. That is that number one, the book should be easy to read. Number two, the book should be, something that you can enjoy. You really don't want a beginner to dissect the book and look for the deeper meanings unless they come naturally. And number three is writing should be good, characters should be well built, and the plot should be amazing. So I have 9 suggestions for you today. Without further ado, let's get started with this video. Now, I am a firm believer in the fact that not every book can be liked by everybody. So when you are picking up your first few books, you have to think about the kind of movies you like or general kind of stories you like, and then you have to pick the book you want. That's why we have 9 suggestions, one of which is like I would say everybody would like it, and other ones, you would like them if you think you like that genre of movies and the kind of stories. Okay, so the book number one is Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. Now it's way more different than what you may think it is by watching the movies or by listening to people who say that it's about a boy who lived. No, it's very different than that, and I could really debate for like hours on what Harry Potter is and what Harry Potter isn't. But what it truly is, a great book. You must definitely pick up the series and don't get intimidated by the number of books and the sizes of books. First two books are very short, and once you start getting into them, you will love the series. Also, please start from the book number one. Okay, a lot of people make this mistake. They're like, they shouldn't be related. I have watched the movies, no problem, I'll start from book two. That is not the case. You have to start from book one. Okay, number two suggestion of mine is Famous Five series by Annette Blyton. Now it's apt for kids around the age 8 to 14. So a lot of you even asked me about some adventure book series. This is the one. Now this is amazing because of the fact that it's about friendship. It will make you fall in love with your cousins, and it's about relationships, and the story is about a bunch of kids who go on different adventures, and it's written beautifully in a very easy manner because it's written for kids, but it's amazing. I swear I love gingerbread only because of this book series, and I haven't tasted gingerbread ever in my life. Number three is an inspiring autobiography for the people who think that, I am not the type to read fiction, it's a waste of time. It actually isn't, and we can debate on that as well. But if you really want to read a non-fiction, if you want to get inspired from real life stories, then there's an autobiography I can suggest you, but on the condition that you will not judge this guy on the first impression. It's Rearview My Roadie's Journey by Raghu. Now, Raghu is that guy who was behind MTV's show Roadies, but don't judge him from the show in case you don't like the show. Okay, it's actually a story about twins, how they went through a lot of difficulties, failures, and how they made a life out of nothing. So this is a very inspiring story and written in a brilliant manner. It's not even a story, it's actually an autobiography, but it's written so well that you would not be able to believe that it's not a fiction, and it's so inspiring. Trust me, whenever I feel low and I'm like, no, I cannot do anything on this channel or my vlog channel, I just think about this book and I get inspired. It's so good. Number four suggestion that I have for you is a mythological fiction. Now think about Mahabharata. It's a story which Indians have grown up with, and they know everything about it. But now this story has been twisted. In fact, the whole book series which I'm going to suggest is Mahabharata from Duryodhan's perspective. Duryodhan was a bad guy in the whole epic, and it's his perspective. And the book series, it's actually a duology, and it's Ajya series by Anand Neelakantan. It's so good, although I do have issues with the second book, but it's an amazing book series which I would definitely recommend to anybody because it tells you so much about the epic Mahabharata, but it also leaves a thought in your head that what could happen if things were not the way we are always told that they were. Right? My number five suggestion for you guys is a mystery which, if you have watched National Treasure movie, you can go and watch it right now, and after watching my video, of course. And if you have watched that movie and you're like, I want to read something like this is a mystery you can read. It's sort of mixed with mythology, Indian mythology, and it's amazing. There is a cute love story which is blossoming in the book, but it's not the centerpiece of it. The centerpiece of it is a secret which was buried ages ago, and there's a big treasure that they can unravel, and there are a lot of people trying to find it, good people, bad people, and this is the story about that. And I so loved it. I think I do have a review of this book as well. If I do have it, I'll link it down below. Any of these books, if I have reviewed them on my blog or on this channel, I'll link them down below. Okay, book number 6 that I have to suggest is from romance genre, and you would know which I want to suggest. Although I do love Nicholas Sparks novels, and I would suggest you to read The Choice because it's so good. But if you want to read something Indian, something easier, even easier than Nicholas Sparks, then I have He Fixed the Match, She Fixed Him by Shikha. It's a brilliant tale, and it's so different from normal Indian romance novels because of how amazing the characters were built, how amazing the plot was there. There's a slight mystery in the plot which is so, entertaining, and then the whole book is very entertaining without those creepy and unbelievable and gross things Indian authors tend to put in an attempt to try selling their books. Of course, their books sell that way, but good books are written in this way. Yeah, the one I'm talking about. Number 7 suggestion that I have for you guys is a dystopian. Dystopian is basically a genre where, there's this government which is very bad, and there are people who are going through all the atrocities and all the cruelness and all the, unfairness of this whole world which they are in. And then everything changes because someone decides that enough is enough. So this is the Hunger Games series by Katniss Everdeen. If Katniss Everdeen knows Suzanne Collins, the main character is Katniss Everdeen, and if you are going to judge this story from the movies, please don't watch my channel, because the movies were not at all close to how the Hunger Games series actually is. You have to read the series. It's written beautifully. Just read it and you will know. My number 8 suggestion is a thriller. All those people who like to guess what will happen next. I'm going to guess the mystery. What will happen next? Oh no, I could not guess it. There are so many emotions you go through when you read a thriller, and the thriller I love is, although I would say that there is this book which I love, which is Gone Girl, but I'm not going to suggest that. What I'm going to suggest is The Ice Princess by Camilla Läckberg. Now, Camilla Läckberg is a Swedish author, I guess, and her books are usually translated to English, but the version which I'll link down below, it's a very easily readable translated version, and it's so good. Like, I read that book and I was like, I am in love with reading. That's precisely what you want as a beginner, right? And number 9 suggestion that I have for you is, if you're like, oh, but I want to read some classics, because I feel like those are the ones which one should read first, or one should read only, then I have a suggestion for you. Because just you are a beginner, so don't even try to go for Jane Austen, Robert Louis Stevenson, even Mark Twain. Mark Twain writes easy books, but no. What you have to start with is Secret Garden by Frances Hodgson Burnett. It's a children's classic, but it's beautifully written, will make you fall in love with writing, would make you fall in love with nature, as I always say. It's an amazing book. That's it, guys. These are my 9 suggestions for beginners who want to start with reading and who want to fall in love with reading. I seriously think that when you start with these books, you will be like, yes, I can do it, and I want to do it, and I will do it. All these emotions would come to you naturally. That's what I wanted to accomplish while picking up these books. I hope these will be helpful to you. If they will be, do let me know in the comments down below, or whenever you finish reading these books, whichever you select, okay? I would wait for your comments. Right now you can comment down below with what do you think about this particular video. Yes, and also hit thumbs up if you liked it. And if you have a friend whom you want to start reading, but he or she is not reading books because he thinks it's stupid or they can't do it, then make them watch this video by sharing this over your social media, right? Thank you so much for watching this video. This is Manpreet signing off. I'll be back with another video very soon.